Tanking the Night Slash. Night Slash does big damage to the squishy Dragonite opponent. Attempts to catch the superpower, they're unsuccessful. No bonfire head, looks to CMP tie. To the Hurricane does the opponent. Respect the damage. They do not get fucking wrecked. Back out. Is probably going to come the Obstagoon. They've seen Hurricane. Surely we're not running superpower. The easiest no shield of your life, trainer. Well, surprise. So, welcome back to the home of Shadow Pokemon. Holy crap, do we have an insane battle submission from No Bonfire Head. No Bonfire Head has been featured on the channel many times before. He is highly skilled and always brings some incredible spice. We've got double Shadow Flyers in the back. Need I say any more? I've tried running Honchkrow. Man, I thought yesterday's team that I ran was squishy. No Bonfire Head's taking it to that next level. As if you even look at Honchkrow the wrong way, it will faint. The surprise factor on our Dragonite is no Dragonclaw. We're running nukes of superpower and Hurricane. The big thick boy rounds the team off. And in game one, the big thick boy out there getting hunted by Virizion. You hate to see it. We pivot into Dragonite and the opponent answers with Magnezone. Magnezone goes straight for the Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot, pretty fucking garbage, but holy smokes, Dragonite didn't tank it particularly well. No bonfire going straight for the superpower. The opponent shields it up. They need to throw a charge move. They do not. It looks like a charge move priority event, and Dragonite is going to get to the second superpower, and the opponent calls the bait. Hashtag we aren't fucking baiting. The opponent's final Pokemon is Aurora, so flipping switch was absolutely everything. The big thick boy has access to superpower that hits Aurora's rock ice typing for double super effective. They go straight for the Meteor Beam, but Snorlax doesn't care as we are so thick. We are farming up towards the back-to-back superpower. No Bonfire Head shields up the Sacred Sword, banks the back-to-back and pivots out into Honchkrow. The opponent must be thinking, what the fucking heck is this? We go straight for the Sky Attack. Sky Attack, usually not the hardest hitting move. Virizion, pretty bulky, but they get absolutely obliterated. The opponent thinks, fuck my life, I don't want to tank a resisted move. From Honchkrow, they fire the Meteor Beam. Snorlax throws one lick, and the superpower will be drawing the last shield. It also lowers our attack and our defense, but double super effective superpower, more than enough to knock out. GG's and thanks for playing. And despite the terrible lead, we managed to pick up a very impressive dub in game one. Heading straight on into the next battle, we're going to lead the big thick boy Shadow Snorlax into Jellicent. Pretty good, most Jellicent in this meta are running Ice Beam because, well, Bubble Beam is fucking garbage. Let's see if his opponent is on Ice Beam. They farm up 2-5. Are you on Bubble Beam, trainer? Please tell me you're not a debuffer. And they are on Bubble Beam. They now pivot out into the Kentucky Fried Chicken Bird of Death. We bank a boatload of energy, pivot out into Dragonite. It looks like No Bonfire Head daring the opponent to throw the Brave Bird, and they bait with a very annoying Flame Charge. This is also a Flame Charge Dragonite. Paper thin, but trainer, we do resist fire. We do tank that on the chin. We have no Dragon Claw, so we are going for the superpower. Superpower draws a shield from Talonflame. They are now one Incinerate away from the next Flame Charge, so No Bonfire Head brings in his Snorlax, throws 3 licks, and the Body Slam. This will be knocking out. The opponent is down a shield. They have switch advantage in this Obstagoon. In the back, we are actually going to go for a bait with the Body Slam. Has the opponent got the cojones to call the bait? They shit their pants. They shield it up and now make a great catch. Catching the superpower on Jellicent, and that is double resisted. Snorlax, though, continuing to farm up. We know this is just a Bubble Beam. No Bonfire Head is going to probably bank the superpower for later, which he does. And now we bring in Honchkrow. Honchkrow is hitting for super effective with the Snarls, and the opponent can only go for the debuffs. They throw the Bubble Beam, and Bubble Beam out here looking like a good move as Honchkrow didn't tank it all that well. We are going to knock this Jellicent out with the Sky Attack. Sky Attack does knock out. Can we reach the Brave Bird? Yes, we can. This is one stage debuff, but Honchkrow hitting like an absolute truck. Still nearly one shots, and it's a CMP tie. No Bonfire Head can safely let this go. The opponent goes for the Obstruct, but we still have 2 shields. Snorlax comes in, throws the superpower, and we are going to 2 shield flex. We're probably the glassiest team in existence. GG's and thanks for playing. I really am wondering if that Brave Bird wasn't debuffed, would it one-shot Obstagoon from full health? Which I think it probably would, and that's pretty insane considering it is only a neutral move. Moving on to the next battle, we see a Alolan Golem in the lead. This thing has been giving me fucking nightmares as I tend to run things weak to this stupid ball of rocks. The opponent attempted to catch a superpower on Togekiss. They were unsuccessful, and no bonfire head is very, very grateful the opponent has brought out the charm, as we are double weak to charm. In the back, the opponent did shield the first body slam, but Snorlax so far ahead on energy lands the second. The opponent is already about to tank the third move. Are they willing to double shield the charmer? No, they're not. Togekiss gets absolutely obliterated by the body slam spam of this big Winnie the Pooh looking motherfucker named Snorlax. The opponent's final Pokemon is Talonflame. We now pivot out into Dragonite. The opponent's switch timer will be popping up, so we do correctly shield up the Brave Bird. The opponent pivots out into Golem. Are they expecting us to YOLO the superpower? Does the opponent respect the damage? They do not. Golem gets absolutely vanquished. Back to its Pokeball. No bonfire head. Has another superpower for Talonflame. Talonflame has no choice but to shield. The opponent is over farming, but they're running out of HP. This is going to be the easiest no shield of no bonfire heads GBL career. Talonflame now super boosted, but just to flex we bring in Honchkrow. We get off 2 Snarls. The opponent has 1 HP and a dream they take us out with a Brave Bird, but Snorlax says, I've got you buddy, 1 lick is all she wrote. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on to the next battle. No bonfire head leads the big thick boy Shadow Snorlax into yet another Kentucky Fried Chicken Bird of Death. Snorlax pretty neutral in this matchup, but I wonder if we are going to look to catch the flame charge on our Dragonite. I can see the finger moving towards the Dragonite, and stay in school kids, learn to count. We make a beautiful catch. The opponent throws the flame charge. Dragonite tanks it on the chin. It looks like the opponent is committing to the Brave Bird. No bonfire head is going to shield this up and look to Dragon Breath farm them all the way down. The opponent realizes they're going to get farmed down and bring in Obstagoon. However, we are running just superpower. Does the opponent respect the superpower? They do shield the first. Can we make the second? We cannot. Obstagoon, shit in his pants, is going to fire off the Night Slash, and we allow Dragonite to go down. We're at 1 shield apiece. Snorlax also has access to superpower. We bring in the big thick boy. Obstagoon is switch lock. We are going to fire off the superpower before Obstagoon reaches a charge move. The opponent lets it go. They get wrecked, and we now bring in Honchkrow, and it's Honchkrow versus Zapdos. Holy smokes. The neutral counters out here looking like super effective charms. We fire off the Sky Attack. Sky Attack draws a shield. Do we survive the next counter? Yes, we do. We make the second Sky Attack. Sky Attack is going to land, and holy smoke, Zapdos gets vanquished. Back to his Pokeball, back out comes Talonflame, but Snorlax with residual energy is going to take this game. GG's and thanks for playing. For anyone that didn't believe me how squishy Honchkrow was, you just saw it there. Fuck my life. Neutral counters were shredding us. We're off to a 4-0 start, heading into game number 5. We lead the big thick boy into Venusaur, and no bonfire heads counting is immaculate. It takes 6 Vine Whips to make the Frenzy Plant, which we catch on Dragonite. However, we are now hard punished by an Avalugg, this sort of coffee table looking thing. They shield up the superpower, and we are in a really rough spot. Holy smokes, our Honchkrow wants no part of this Avalugg. No bonfire head opting to not shield the first move. The opponent goes for the rock side, and that does some pretty respectable damage. Once again, we're not baiting, going straight for the superpower, looking to get rid of the coffee table, and the coffee table gets snapped in half. We instantly pivot out into Honchkrow, looking to reset that debuff that Snorlax did apply with the superpower, and it's Obstagoon in the back, and I think this game is absolutely over. We don't get baited with a Night Slash. We correctly shield up the cross chop, which is good for us. We throw the Sky Attack. Obstagoon shields it up. No bonfire head is going to have to Brave Bird to take this thing out. We are going to shield up, so we're now all shields down. We continue to overfarm, but Obstagoon far too spammy. Whatever they throw will take care of Honchkrow, and the dream 5-0 set with this Glass Cannon team is going to be over, and we concede the match. However, that isn't the end of the video. No bonfire head has very kindly sent us some bonus battles, so we're out here looking for redemption. We see another Venusaur lead, and like the last battle, we attempt to catch the Frenzy Plant on Dragonite, and this time we are unsuccessful. The opponent holds off their energy, fire off the Sludge Bomb, and that does massive damage. The opponent now pivots out into Jellicent, and do they know about the Hurricane? For some strange reason, Jellicent does shield, and they are now going to get a very hefty Hex farm down, but Snorlax pretty good at tanking all of Jellicent's energy. Let's see if this opponent is actually on Ice Beam. We instantly go for the no shield, and this opponent does have the non-stab Ice Beam. Snorlax says, is that all you've got? The opponent says, yes, but I have another one, and Snorlax still doesn't give a flying fuck. We now pivot out into Honchkrow looking for the Snarl Down Farm Down. We don't get it. We fire off the Sky Attack on a CMP tie to the next Ice Beam. Jellicent goes down Honchkrow with a little bit of residual energy, and the opponent has Charizard in the back. No Bonfire Head farms up a boatload of energy and again fires off on a charge move priority event. Sky Attack draws a shield from the Charizard. No Bonfire Head with 2 Protect Shields remaining opts to shield up the Dragon Claw. We are going to return fire with a Sky Attack, and this one will be landing, and holy smokes, it does a lot of damage. We get one more Snarl through, and the opponent is going to return fire with another Dragon Claw. We're going all in on Honchkrow. Back out comes Venusaur, and they instantly throw. Very good decision, Venusaur, as your relatives would be attending your funeral if you got hit with the Sky Attack. It's all down to the big thick boy. We have residual energy. We fire off the Body Slam. Body Slam doesn't knock out. It doesn't look like we can lick down, so we are going to fire off one more Body Slam. Getting rid of the Venusaur on 1 lick should be enough to take this game. GG's and thanks for playing. Moving on into the final battle of the video. Dreadful lead lick is triple resisted by the dark normal typing of Obstagoons. We pivot out into Dragonite. No Bonfire Head instantly clicks the no shield. The opponent fires the Night Slash. Dragonite continuing to farm up. The opponent attempts to catch a superpower on Charizard, but guess what? They aren't catching a superpower. Does the opponent respect the Hurricane? No, they don't. Charizard gets one shot. No Bonfire Head daring Obstagoon to return. Obstagoon does return. They look to counter farm us all the way down. They don't make it. The opponent thinking this is only a Dragon Claw. Well, surprise, motherfucker, we've got Twin Nukes. Is Chandelure in the back, and it's looking like what the heck happened to my teammates. That opponent has probably now uninstalled the game. So those were the battles from No Bonfire Head, featuring the very, very squishy Shadow Honchkrow and Twin Nukes Shadow Dragonite. What an incredible battle submission. I personally really struggled in the Holiday Cup, but No Bonfire Head proved you can run triple shadows and spice to some success. I'm hugely grateful for the battle submission. That was a whole load of fun. Shoutcasting that, I loved seeing all the nukes land. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button if you're new. Consider subscribing if you'd also like your battles featured on the channel. Link to my battle submission form is down below. I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.